and gentlemen, you are following by the scheduled for three-minute rounds in the GladiatÉire Amateur Featherweight Division, and is brought to you by Flair Fitness. Introducing your first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Yoda MMA, presenting Marli Mayhem Mulgrew. Introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, representing Oma MMA, presenting Cesar the Hunter Correia.
Next he wrote, speech to the young, speech to the progress forward. Say to them, say to the down keepers, the God sappers, the self-sorters, the monkey ushers. Even if you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be nice.
Go, ladies and gentlemen, scheduled for three-minute rounds in the GladiatÉire Amateur Featherweight Division. Cesar the Hunter Correia out of the red corner, taking on Marli Mayhem Mulgrew out of the blue.
And this fight is brought to you by Flair Fitness.
Speaking of Flair, almost got a Flair double there from Mulgrew, right to kick things off. Has established the underhook on his right side. 50-50 position. Mulgrew looking for the trip, and in doing so finds himself on the bottom.
Not a great start from Mulgrew, but we'll see if he can regroup right now, and he seems to have. Mulgrew seems to be full of energy here at the very beginning bell.
You can tell Cesar is not afraid to get his hands dirty. He's not afraid of the fight. For a man that moved from Portugal to Dungannon to Oma.
I mean, moving from Dungannon to Oma in general, that's a sign of a fearless man.
He's essentially done what a lot of people want to do in reverse.
Yeah, he has. And that's questionable. That's a psycho.
At 36 years of age, he's trying to make his mark on the amateur scene right now. He is in the dominant position, half guard.
36, there's hope for me yet, guys.
In full mount. Mulgrew could escape out the back here, though. Cesar may take an arm. Mulgrew recently made the move to Yoda MMA, now under the tutelage of the great and powerful Mr. Ryan Roddy. And right now reverses the position. Mayhem on top. Mulgrew 2-2. In his last fight, he defeated Tierney McMahon by a split decision. That was on Cage Conflict, October of this year, just about a month and a half ago. Again, staying very, very active, trying to pass the guard now of Cesar Correia. Cesar trying to work those hips. Someone's been doing his Pilates.
Yeah, you need to at 36. Cesar needs to use everything he can get at that age. Your body does start to break down at a certain point. I am speaking from much experience.
Now it is Mulgrew on top, just solidifying the position. Cesar's turning away when what he really needs to do is turn in, and that's by virtue of the fact of the pressure that Mulgrew is putting on his chin, because where the head goes on, we know the body follows.
Absolutely, Mulgrew taking advantage of that and very comfortable right now in what he's doing here with Cesar.
30 seconds to go in round number one. Knee on belly potentially, but I love that Cesar's constantly active.
Yeah, he's always making Mulgrew have to think and have to work out of something.
He's not settling in one position, you know, he's making sure that Mulgrew's also expending a little bit of energy. Reverses the position.
Very nicely reversed from Cesar there.
Mulgrew trying for the triangle, but both these guys are like whippets.
Oh, very scrambly on the ground, and now they're on the feet. And what does Cesar have for Mulgrew on the feet? He backs him up to the fence, seems to be very confident in his striking. Mulgrew pushing him back.
Very interesting first round down.
Oh, still to play for as we go into the second round. Almost feels like there's a bit of dynamic in the age here, Phil. I feel like Cesar, when he's on the feet, is very confident and feels like he can bully Mulgrew a little bit because he is like big brother him a little bit almost.
Well, you have 36 going against 22 years of age. So,
wow.
You know, whilst, you know, there is a school of thought that as you get older, you slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
There is, as a 37-year-old man myself, there is such a thing as old man strength.
Yep.
So he can go in there, put it on Mulgrew a little bit and be impactful.
Yeah, both corners now. Mulgrew looking pretty calm. His coach giving him some words there. Doesn't seem to be anything too urgent in the corner. Cesar standing up.
And these guys are so well matched. You know, shout out to Jared Core who made this card. You know, some fantastic fights so far and some even better scraps to come.
Now let's see who can take advantage in the second round here.
Cesar the Hunter Correia taking on Marli Mayhem Mulgrew. Mulgrew just wading in. Trying to put it on Cesar.
Oh, Cesar throwing Mulgrew down there. Now he gets top position.
That's that old man strength we were talking about.
Yep, exactly. He can unleash it when he feels like.
Mulgrew maybe for momentarily looked like he was trying to spin into a knee bar there.
Yeah, he's still
trying to work that knee bar. Lets it go. He's the man on top. The pendulous type swing in this fight is back and forth, Mr. Butler.
Yeah, it was great use of a submission attempt to actually just gain a momentum and advantage to end up on top position from Mulgrew. Very good fight IQ there from him in a very quick scramble.
A little bit of misdirection being implemented, and theatricality and misdirection are powerful agents to the uninitiated.
Marli the Magician Mulgrew is what they're going to be calling him after this, let me tell you.
Inside control right now again Cesar not resting on the position whatsoever.
No, and you like to see that from Cesar, but it can only do so much for you at some points, Phil. At a certain point you do have to eventually flip your opponent around or get on back up again.
Exactly, and right now he's trying to work off the cage, but he's in the half guard position right now. He's doing everything right. He may try and get the guard back.
only thing that Cesar's doing wrong is he's not scoring points right now, Phil. That's the only thing that's letting him down.
But you see Mulgrew has the instep of his left foot on the inside of the knee of Cesar to try and open up that guard and then subsequently pass into side control. He's decided to let it go. He has, is it the Americana on? And he lets it go. This is what we want to see from Cesar.
Yep. Both men roll out a little bit, and Cesar now.
I'll tell you what, this is a belter fight.
Very back and forth, very unpredictable as well.
Right now in the mount position is Cesar.
But he gives it up. Weirdly.
You know, sometimes, you see a lot of fighters would rather have that anchor position.
I think he's got a head and arm here, Phil.
I think he can't quite see how tight it is. Oh, it looks tight, actually.
Phil, I think that's why he give it up.
If he can get the leg free.
Yep.
And pin the hip down and then work in a clockwise manner.
Mulgrew just at the last second grabbed that leg, and it might have been the one thing that saved him here. Wow.
And he gets out of it.
Wow. We came very close there.
Watch out for the triangle.
No.
A big shot from Cesar.
Yep, Cesar makes him pay for it for sure. And now they're back to the feet, squaring off, and Cesar feeling confident. But
I think he got rocked.
Mulgrew now coming on strong.
He might be opened up a little. Uppercut.
Both men brawling it out here. And
again, it's so difficult to separate these guys.
And Cesar with the takedown now. Very nice trip there.
Tell you what, our judges are earning their money here tonight.
Yeah, this especially is a difficult one. There's one more round to go. And
in my position now, Cesar finishing strong, and that could be enough aesthetically in the eyes of the judges to win the round.
We could be looking at a round apiece here, Phil, heading into the third. Unbelievable from both fighters. Cesar especially there, I was very surprised at how he was able to just turn it round. I thought we might have been seeing some one-way traffic from Mulgrew, but Cesar did prove us wrong.
You know, he had the head-on triangle, he was landing big shots. It was a great round for Cesar, and going into the third round now, he is bound to be buoyed by that.
He also had what I would say is the strongest submission attempt of that head and arm choke. That was just a little bit away from being very secure and locked in. If Mulgrew didn't get that leg secured, that was going to be trouble.
Well, here we go, all to play for. We believe it's potentially a round apiece.
Cesar finding his confidence now a little bit more. Going for a bit more risks that he wasn't going for in the first round.
He landed some big shots there at the end of the round, but also absorbed some big shots. I think he got cut open there in the closing stances of the second round.
Yeah, a little bit, although he did back Mulgrew up as well a little bit. It's a very evenly matched fight, and it's really going to be up to one or the other here to dig deep and find it in them to get the win.
Here we go, like you say, all to play for. Either fighter can come away with it.
Oh, Mulgrew just goes straight for that takedown. Decides, I've had enough striking, thank you.
Right now, Mulgrew is on top in the closed guard of Cesar Correia. I'd like to see him free up those hands, and again, it's just a case of rolling your hands on the inside to free them up. Good head positioning from Mulgrew. And if I'm Cesar Correia, I'm just going to try and lock my opponent up for as long as I can and elicit and force that stand-up from referee UFC's Aaron Wallace.
Yeah, he does make us call him that, but I would say that, you know, in this round, Phil, it'd be different if it was a 5-minute round.
Yeah.
With 3 minutes and you're already 1 minute in, I think you got to work yourself out of this one, because it could be 2 minutes gone before you get a stand-up.
Yeah. That guard is, if he wants to make something happen, he's going to have to open that guard. Get the feet on the hips, push away. You know, Mulgrew, right now at the minute, Mulgrew's winning this round. He scored the takedown, he's the man on top. There's been very few strikes through him. We go to the secondary criteria, that being effective grappling.
Yep, Mulgrew just looking to score some points here, and he is doing that, but there isn't much action happening. You could warrant a stand-up here, and UFC Aaron Wallace getting a closer look now.
Oh, he's calling for something.
Again, not much being thrown or done here, the advanced position.
Even if Mulgrew just goes body, head, simple, it's enough to keep the fight where it is, not being him in the dominant position.
That's right. He just needs to keep throwing a strike or two here and there, but it's just not coming together.
Approaching the final minute.
I would, for selfish reasons, like to see a stand up here.
But Cesar needs to open that guard if he wants to make something happen. With 1 minute left in the round, create an angle for yourself. Try and isolate an arm. Try and throw up a triangle. If you give up position, so be it. With 1 minute left in the round, you have to take these kinds of chances.
There's not much happening. I'm actually surprised UFC's Arn Walls hasn't stood them up yet, because it seems like there's not too much happening.
30 seconds left in the round. I'll do it for the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, come on, Arn. It's Christmas, Arn.
Gift us with it. Go ahead.
Exactly. It's the gift of giving. Okay, now we're getting a bit more action here from Mulgrew.
Mulgrew dishing out a few shots.
But as far as the judges are concerned, this would be all one-way traffic for Mulgrew.
In a round where not a lot happened, where there wasn't really effective striking, you have to go to that effective grappling, and that was perpetrated by Mulgrew.
Yep, it seems like we're going to go to the judges, Phil.
There we go.
And find out what the decision is, but I think we're pretty confident that that was Marli Mulgrew's fight to win. And Phil is going over now to the judging desk. Marli puts his hands up in the air, hugs his coaches, and seems to be very happy with his performance. Cesar, massive respect. I thought he hung in there pretty well, but that final round did just do him in. Sad to see. And we're still awaiting the judge's decision. I think it'll be a 29-28 for Marli. You probably might be able to make a case to give Cesar a round there in the middle. That head and arm choke and whatnot. But incredible talent and incredible stamina demonstrated by both. You have to remember, you know, it's very easy for us at home and sitting here at the cage to commentate and say things and wonder how the fight will go, but you can see both men breathing pretty heavy here, especially Marli Mulgrew. In that third round, he had to do a lot to maintain that position, and I'd say just be glad to get that fight under his belt and move on to whatever is next for him. Cesar back to Dungan or Oroma, I can't remember which one Phil said that he was living in currently. Both men patiently awaiting the result from the judges. Probably a very difficult fight for the judges to score. That third round, you gotta remember there's not much happening there in terms of damage, so they do have to consider all factors leading in to the decision. Of course, now Phil enters the cage, and we will find out right now, ladies and gentlemen, what the official decision is. Let's pass it over to our good friend Phil.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to your judges' scorecards. Your first judge scores the bout, 29-28 Mulgrew. Your second judge scores the bout, 29-28 Correia. And your third and final judge scores the bout, 30-27 in favor of your winner via split decision, fighting out of the blue corner, Marli Mayhem